You're wrong about avocado toast. Bad news. Avocado toast is a problem if you're under-earning and overspending. I understand that people see our economy as an impossible obstacle to achieve financial stability. And I get it. I've under-earned most of my life. But under-earning didn't stop me from addressing my debt load and paying off all of my debt. It didn't stop me from making choices about how I want to live, which has included traveling to over 20 countries and visiting hundreds of cities in my life. Here's the reality. If you have massive student loans and weren't able to find a good paying job, it's likely you made a bad choice when selecting a major. That's on you. I understand that the college experience is important, that it provides an opportunity to experience the world in a different way than you did when you lived at home with your folks. I also understand that college isn't always about getting a good job, but going back to reality. If you won't earn enough when you complete college to pay your college loans, you have to do something else. It may be too late. Perhaps you've already finished college with a degree in anthropology, which honestly is probably the best degree because it's so interesting. But will you get a good paying job with this degree? Maybe. A lot depends on who you know and what you want to do. If I were a hiring manager, I would love to have an anthropologist on staff. I think they would make a great addition to any office. But having a second technical degree in another field that pays well is a good idea. I can assure you, no matter what your major, you are unlikely to get a high-paying job right out of college that will help you pay down your college debt. Even if you have a master's or a PhD, you've spent a ton more money than folks with a bachelor's degree, so it's the same boat. I realize it seems unfair when you look at the baby boomers who can retire in the house they bought because they lived in a different economy than you do. But having a mindset of I'll not make sacrifices won't get you home ownership if that's what you want. The mindset you should have is the same mindset everyone who's successful has. They sacrifice. They don't sacrifice forever. They sacrifice for a while. Every time you treat yourself, instead of using that money to pay off debt, you're treating yourself to more time spent struggling with your finances. You don't have to have avocado toast. You don't have to have the latest fashion trend. But if you feel it's important to you, stop complaining about your personal economy. Your personal economy is your choice. I knew a guy who had a bachelor's degree in psychology. He worked in construction. He was really interesting, well-spoken, kind, and good at the work he did. When I asked why he wasn't working as a counselor, he said he couldn't make enough money. Blue-collar workers are in high demand all across the country. They make good money. I knew a lady who was a department manager at a grocery store. Again, nice, well-read, fun to be around. She never went to college, and she didn't make a ton of money, but she was smart about how she spent her money, and over time, she bought a home, had a family, and a nice lifestyle. Sometimes it's all about the passage of time. Many jobs that don't require a degree, like retail, need time to flesh out the opportunity. Steady as she goes is a good way to look at it. Over time, promotions can make these jobs financially attractive. There are two-year degrees that are affordable and provide a good income. Jobs like radiation therapist, sonographer, air traffic controller, and more. If you found that your four-year degree isn't paying off, perhaps you should consider getting additional education in a different field. If you think you will never earn much, you're going to have to make choices about how you spend. And if you want, find ways to earn extra money. I hire a really nice woman to stay in my home when I travel. She stays, eats my food, does her laundry, feeds my cat, and I pay her. She has a regular day job for the government, so the money I pay her is supplemental, occasional, and cash. If you have a talent, you can sell it. Do you write? Can you create art? Are you fantastic at developing recipes? Are you a skilled public speaker? You can teach others. All of these talents can be sold as an online course on platforms like Udemy or Skillshare. My point is that you're going to have to do more than complain if you want to dig yourself out of the debt hole you're in. You'll have to stop buying things you don't need. You'll have to get a library card, give up your cable television, eat more beans. But you won't have to do it forever. When I hear people saying things like they won't give up anything and then complain about the economy and how it isn't fair to them, I think they're right. But their personal economy is exactly what they've asked of it. It's not fair that an entire generation of people were able to go to college cheap, get a good paying job, buy a home, and live a really nice lifestyle and still be able to afford to retire at 65. But it's not being fair isn't going to get you where you want to be. Only making sacrifices will. Think of it like this. No Olympic athlete did it without sacrifice. No famous person like an actor or musician did it overnight. No best-selling author did it without giving up something. You just never see the sacrifice because before they were famous, you didn't know about them. They sacrificed, and so should you. If you want to learn more about frugal living, buy my book, Never Worry About Money Again. Gain financial freedom by becoming better at managing the money you have.